Hey there, Sting fans. This is Alex Renault,
Patrick White,
and Nikita Kroslev. Come support the boys as we're kicking off the new season. Go Sting, go!
And here we go. The puck is dropped in a brand new season of Sarnia Sting hockey at CHOK.
Here we go again. Another Wednesday morning buzz for St. Clair Auto Repair, and it's our friend and number 11 from your Sarnia Sting joining us this morning, Hayden Hodgson. Welcome. How you doing today? We appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much for that and your time here. We appreciate it. You're going to Lambton College these days, but you don't have any classes today, right?
No classes today.
You're good. Any homework?
I think I got some. I think I got some when I got home. Yeah.
Okay. Your mom asked me just to check. Make sure you're doing your homework. Hayden, welcome. We've got a lot of things to talk about. We'll talk about some hockey, but then we'll probably go a little bit off the board and talk about a couple of other things, too, if that's all right with you.
That sounds good.
Let's start with the first big road trip of the season this past weekend. 2 wins and a loss. Patrick DeRoche was in studio yesterday saying anytime that you're on a road trip and you can take 4 of 6 points, that's a victory. But how did you personally feel the road trip went?
I think we came out pretty solid Friday night in Barrie, and that's a good team over there. And North Bay, we came out. I think we came out even better in North Bay, but we couldn't seem to put the puck in the net. And the last third period, I think we fell short of what we wanted to do. And Sunday, we got the win in Sudbury, so I think we've had a pretty good road trip.
Until that Sudbury game, I don't know if you were aware of this, but I pointed this out again to Patrick when he was in yesterday, that every single one of your games this regular season so far had been 1-goal games.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means there's a lot of parity in the OHL this year, or just the fact that, teams are still kind of hitting their stride, and still some changes and stuff, a little bit of shuffling and stuff going on here, but a lot of close games so far, apart from the Sudbury game.
Yeah, exactly. It's the start of the year, and you know what? Everybody's trying to get their roster together and everything like that, and get their legs under each other. So I think it's just important to make the most of it right now.
There is a big addition coming back to the Sarnia Sting roster, and we'll talk about Pavel Zacha's return in just a couple of minutes. But back to the road trip for a second, because there was a couple of sort of milestones that were achieved. Mr. Lajeunesse scores a hat trick. Have you ever scored a hat trick?
No, not in the OHL, no.
What about in your minor career growing up?
Yeah, a couple here and there.
It's kind of a big thrill, huh?
Yeah, it's good for him. You know what? He came here last year, and he did nothing but impress us. And he's a good guy. He works hard, and it's always good to see your teammates score a hat trick.
So let me ask you this. Now, Troy doesn't play on your line, right?
No.
So were you ever on the ice for any of those goals, even just sort of the line?
No, I don't think so.
So when you've got a teammate who has gotten 2 goals during the course of a game, so you know that he's a goal short of getting that elusive hat trick, do his teammates try to feed him the puck maybe a little bit more? Do you look for ways to get the puck onto the stick of Lajeunesse after he's got 2 goals to try and help him get to that hat trick?
Well, for sure. You know what? I think I've been in that situation before with one of my line mates, and end of the game or the last couple shifts, you're always aware of where he is on the ice, and you're just trying to help him get that third goal as much as possible.
So was there any kind of a special celebration in the dressing room afterwards for Troy? Did you dump him with mineral water or anything like that?
No, I think all the guys were happy for him, and just gave him a pat on the back, and you know what? It was a special night for him.
So there isn't any kind of a team tradition that once a player scores a hat trick that they have to do something for the rest of the team. They have to carry everybody's bag out to the bus.
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
All right. So the opposite of offense, of course, is defense. The last line of defense is your goalie. And a pretty good weekend, too, for Justin Fazio. He got his first ever OHL shutout. So same kind of question. If you know the game is ticking down, there's not much time left, and your goalie is riding the shutout, I know that's not the kind of word that you say out loud, on the bench or during a game when the goalie is getting closer and closer to that milestone. But again, are you guys thinking maybe a little bit more defensively when that time is ticking down, assuming that you guys are in the lead? Are you thinking a little more defensively to try and protect that shutout?
Oh, for sure. You know what? Third period, you always got to crunch down, and you got to take care of your own zone first. And you know, the last 5 minutes of the game is most important. And when you see that goose egg on the board, you just want to do as much as possible to keep it that way.
Yeah. So same thing. Same question about Fazio. Did you know, anything special happen to him in the dressing room after that game, or just, you know, a pat on the pads and?
Yeah, exactly. I actually didn't know that was his first shutout, but. All the guys were happy for him, and more importantly, we got the win.
It's got to be a really difficult. I mean, every position in hockey when you're playing at a higher level is a challenge, but you know, to be a goalie, because in a lot of cases, you know, you're either the hero or the villain if it's a close game, and the game goes either way. Have you ever, during your time, you know, growing up and even in minor hockey, did you ever strap on the pads and play goal?
No, I don't think so. I think my dad wanted to keep me away from that as much as possible.
Did you ever play even, you know, road hockey goalie or anything like that?
Oh, road hockey goalie, yeah.
Everybody takes their turn.
Yeah, I always like to have some fun with that. So my grandpa was a goalie when he played. So when I've been over at his house a couple times, he's when I was young, he would shoot on me or whatever like that. So I had some fun with it.
Number 11, Hayden Hodgson from the Sarnia Sting, our guest for the Wednesday morning buzz, brought to you by St. Clair Auto Repair. What does having Pavel Zacha back to the team mean to you guys? We're talking off the air. No team is just one person, but at the same time, Zacha is one of those guys that can certainly be a game changer. What does it mean to you guys knowing you've got Pavel Zacha coming back in the lineup?
You know, all the guys are really excited to have him come back. You know, he's a special player, and he can change a game like that. Like, you know, he's a big fast guy with a great shot. So
and he's only 18.
Yeah, exactly. So he had a pretty unbelievable year last year with us, and we're just looking for that this year.
Very nearly a point a game average for Zacha. It'll be very exciting to see what he can do for basically a full season in the OHL. And I assume that he'll be in the lineup for this weekend's slate of games?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. You guys are home to Hamilton on Friday, and then you are away in Flint on Saturday, back home against Sudbury on Sunday. Let's set up this weekend because you beat Sudbury on Sunday. They're back here for a game this coming Sunday, and they're going to be looking for some revenge.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to want to do the same thing that we did to us and did to them in their home barn. So, you know, we just got to be prepared for that and the weekend off with a good way.
Yeah. What is the scouting report on Hamilton? Because obviously we haven't seen the Bulldogs before. I imagine it's a lot of the same players that played for Belleville last year. Did a lot of them sort of make the transfer to Hamilton?
Yeah, I think so. I think you know, I think they're coming out pretty hot right now. They're on a good having a good start to the season. So like I said, it all starts Friday night. Yeah,
and the same thing with Flint too. When you play Flint over there in Michigan, because you know, the team, the jerseys and the name and everything, that's all new to the league as well. So there's a lot of sort of new and different things going on in the league so far this year.
Yeah, it's different. You know, we played Flint in preseason, and it felt, to me personally, it was like a different buzz. So it's New Jersey, new team, and it's just different to see.
Not a fan of their jerseys. Don't like that logo. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, it's a different two different colors there.
Yeah. Hayden Hodgson, were you going to peel a few layers back like we like to do when the players come in here? Learn a little bit more about you. All right, so you up for a little bit of rapid fire trivia?
Yeah, sounds good.
None of this is tough. Don't worry. It's not like a spot exam or anything like this at college or at school. Here we go. Hayden Hodgson, what do you wear to bed?
What do I wear to bed?
Are you a PJs kind of guy?
No, I'm nice short T-shirt and I don't know, like a long sleeve shirt here and there, and some boxers maybe.
Okay, okay, boxers. He's not commando from the waist down. All right. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Who's the last person that you called from your phone?
My dad last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have a son who's 18. and you're 19, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't use the phone as a phone very much. It's all about texting. And taking pictures and Instagram, that kind of thing, right? So when it comes to social media, are you pretty dialed into social media?
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm pretty good with that. I'm not on it as much as everybody else thinks, but I got the Instagram, I got the Twitter, so. Okay.
So if any of our listeners want to follow you, do you have a Twitter handle?
Yeah, that's at 96_Hodgson.
At 96_Hodgson. All right. So who's the last person you texted from your phone?
Texted. I think it's got to be one of my buddies, Danny McAndroff.
Oh, McAndroff.
My centerman, yeah.
Your line mate, okay. Do you have any selfies in your photo gallery on your phone?
Yeah, I think I got a couple. I think everybody does.
You're into the selfies. Okay. How many songs do you have on your phone or your iPod if you store it on a different device?
I want to say maybe just over 1,500.
What's the last one you listened to?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Are you a headbanger? Are you a country music fan? Do you like the dance? Do you like the rap? What do you into?
I'm all over the place. You know what? I like country. I like hip hop here and there. So I'm also a classic rock guy. So.
Okay. What's that one or two go-to songs when you are getting ready for a hockey game? Is there anything in particular that really winds you up and gets you ready to play?
I think all the guys are really into like electric music. So techno just get us going and get the heart racing, so that's what we usually listen to in the room.
Cool. Okay, Hayden, the NHL regular season kicks off tonight. Toronto and Montreal. Who is your NHL team? Who do you like to follow?
You know what? From being from Leamington, you know, we're just across the pond. I'm a big Detroit fan, so my uncle's always had season tickets, and I've been there, been to a couple games there, so growing up I've always been a Detroit fan.
So what did you think of Babcock being picked up by the Leafs during the offseason?
Yeah, you know what?
Traitor? You traitor?
They got a good coach now, and their AHL coach coming in, so I think they'll be all right.
Will the Leafs make the playoffs?
I think so. You know what? They're on the right track right now, and it's all going to improve from here. So.
Who will win the Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup. You know what? I'm a big fan of St. Louis. The last couple of years, they've been doing pretty well. You know what? They've always put together a good regular season, but haven't found a way to do in the playoffs. But I think this year's their year. Yeah, they've always fallen a little short in the playoffs too. Kind of like San Jose. You always like to think that they would do better, but they've never really done terribly well once you get to playoff time. Okay, teammates. I want to find out a little bit about your teammates. Who on the team is the funniest person in the dressing room? Who makes you laugh the most? Funniest person in the dressing room. I think it's got to be either between Danny McAndroff and Brandon Lindbergh, a couple of my line mates. Your two line mates? Yeah, exactly. You guys must be like the comedy line or something then, the three of you. Yeah, we like to have some fun out there and practice. You know what, we're pretty close, so we're having some fun out there. Who on the team has the stinkiest hockey bag? Stinkiest hockey bag? I don't know. I think our co-manager Lester does a pretty good job at keeping that clean. So there isn't any one guy that you just can't stand sitting beside then in the dressing room. Oh no. All right. Oh, good. Who is on the team that is the first one to be dressed and ready to go before a game? You know what? I think I'm up there. So. Yeah. But you know what? Co-players like Spinozzi and. You know what, Chikrin, they're always out there. Who is the last one to have their jersey on and their bucket over their head? I think Krosslov is. You know what, come warm-ups and when we're getting ready to go on the ice, I think we're always waiting for him. Okay. Who on the team is most likely to pass you the puck? McAndroff, my line mate, so I'm a centerman, so I think we played quite a bit of the games together between last year and this year. So, you know what? He's always good. We've got some pretty good chemistry. All right, good for you. Hey, it's the Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. You guys a turkey family when it comes to Thanksgiving? Oh yeah. You guys have games until Sunday. So will you be going back home to Leamington for Thanksgiving dinner? I'm not sure yet, but you know what? If we're here in Sarnia for Thanksgiving, you know what? I think it'll be nice to also spend Thanksgiving with my billet family as well. Okay, white meat or dark meat? Dark. Really? Yeah. When you go back for seconds at the Thanksgiving dinner, what do you reach for first? More meat? I'm a big,
More veg?
big stuffing and mashed potatoes guy, so.
Stuffing mashed potatoes
Yeah.
and gravy. Oh, you gotta have it smothered in gravy, too.
Yeah.
Okay. The Martian, starring Matt Damon, is the #1 movie in theaters right now. If money was no object, would you go to Mars?
Oh, for sure, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'd be into that.
I don't know that there's hockey there.
Yeah, there's no hockey, but
You can maybe get that going.
I don't think there's a lot of things up there.
Do you do any cooking yourself?
No, the only thing I can basically cook is my eggs in the morning.
Your eggs in the morning? And how do you like your eggs?
I like my eggs, but scrambled, sunny side up.
Scrambled or sunny side?
Yeah, either or.
Okay. Well, here endeth the lesson, at least for now. You got through that pretty well.
Oh, thank you.
Nice job, my friend.
Appreciate
you guys
it.
Practice again today, and then it's a busy weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday games. You're at home Friday and Sunday, and we will remind everybody to get out there and cheer on the Sting. Hayden Hodgson, it's nice to catch up with you. We'll do this again, all right?
Sounds good.
Number 11, Hayden Hodgson.
Here we go. The puck is dropped and a brand new season of Sarnia Sting hockey on CHOK.
Gains the Guelph line, move around. Leslie in a goal, scores! Oh, wow! Highlight reel goal, Jacob Chikrin's 5-3.